Okay, so it's taking me a while to mess with the settings for the recording software. It it was lagging my games really bad. Now this game is Mabinogi. It's the game where me and my wife actually met in, and she wants to make some new characters and kind of do like a playthrough kind of thing. But I'm just right now messing with the settings, like I said, just so the game doesn't lag as much as it usually does. This game's really fun in a way. It's very social. It has to do a lot with fashion most of the time. Uh, but as when it comes to combat and questing, it's it all depends on the type of weapon you decide to use. Like this is my main character. This is a character I made back in 2008, and I really wish I could change the name, but that's what we're making new characters for. But yeah, I mean it's the there's dungeons you can do. Let's see if I can enlarge this map. Um, right now I'm in a one of the main cities, or in a different town part of the map. And if you go up, you see the little pink dots and stuff. Those are quests or side quests. These are dungeons over here and over here, and you'll find 1 to 2 dungeons per map. The dungeons are pretty much like a labyrinth. You have to either run through them and kill things to open the door, or kill other stuff to drop keys to open the doors, or sometimes there will be um, levers or totems you punch or hit so they open the door. Bosses are pretty good. They're pretty cool sometimes, like giant golems, hellhounds, skeletons. Uh, don't want to say too much, but it seems that this is the blah, 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 blah. This seems to be the only um, settings I can put that don't lag my character too much, where he's still pretty much moving around. Now this game is easier played when instead of using WASD, you click with your mouse wherever you want character to move. You right click and hold to move the camera, and you basically use your skills using hotkeys. Um, this is my character with a pumpkin head. I have several others. I have a couple others where they have not done any of the mainstream quests, but their skills are pretty high enough to pretty much rush through them. Now I can go with those characters, which it would be a mage. I have a mage that looks like Lambo from Hitman Reborn, or I try to make him close like that. Or I can make a completely fresh new character from scratch. It's whichever you guys want to see. I am still going to be doing Tree of Life and Don't Starve and many other games, but my wife wants to play this game, and she thought it'd be fun to show the game that we met in. Also, you get, well, if you're new, you get this temporary pet just to give you kind of like a taste of it. I have many pets, and some were limited, some were not, some were event stuff. Like these things, these are just pretty much cosmetic. They don't do anything. They don't fight. It's just seal in the shark robe. I have 2 because I did the event a while back, and then I did the event again recently. Recently being a couple months. This was an event pet. I have to cancel this. This was an event pet. he fights. He's not that strong, but he is a big bull. And pets have their own inventory, so you can put stuff in them. Anyway, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm practically just gonna show off my pets right now. Remember, I've been here since 2008. Some pets I wanted to get and I couldn't get them. Others were gifts. Like, for example, the two first ones were gifts from my wife. Now, if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, the Nimbus Cloud is a pretty cool pet. This one is, the skin looks like a space kind of thing. It's supposed to be like a what's it called? Stars align thing. Oh man, it's called. The word can't pop in my mouth right now. I'll think about it and I'll remember. But yeah, you can. Some pets just follow you like companions, and they fight whatever you attack. Depending on you can actually put commands for them to aggro whatever is near them, or to hit whatever hits you first, or to not attack at all. Or you can give them manual commands by, I think you hold shift. No, it's not shift. It was something. No, it's not shift. I haven't played this game in a long time, so I'm gonna have to remember the controls again. Oh, there goes the cloud doing the happy emotion thing it does. Anyways, by pressing R, you mount this thing, and it is actually a really fast pet. It lets you travel between places quicker. But now, because something called the moon gate, in the past moon gates were only open at night in the game, and now, since I don't know why, but they thought it'd make it somewhat easier because people kept complaining it was too hard or something, moon gates are activated all the time. Anyways, this is the Nimbus Cloud. Let's go on to the next one. So horse, astral horse, pretty. The next one is my horse. This is I have multiple characters. I like giving them a specific animal to match the character. Here's another horse. This was from an event. It's actually a mare, a flame mare. And then we have a Pegasus. This is a free pet from completing this down here called the Saga. I think after you complete, I can't remember if it was area. I think you finish the area section and you get a free Pegasus. Now the colors are randomly generated. When I first got this one, it was the wings that are white right now, they were pink, and the armor was pink, and the horse itself was black. And I actually bought with in-game currency pet dye to dye the armor black and the wings white, which I think looks somewhat less feminine. This was a pet from a while back. I thought it was cool, but yeah, it's a crystal deer. In some areas of the map, you're able to fly with flyable pets. This and the Pegasus is a flyable pet. Now my lag is gonna change depending on how many people are in the map, so I'm still gonna start messing with the settings to try and get this somewhat decent to play and record. This is a moon tunnel. These are all the moon tunnels in this map. I'm sure there's a couple more I missed, but I am going to go into an area where flying is available. Now, like I said, if you haven't played these games and you're interested in playing this game is free. You just make an account for Nexon, download the game, and choose a server, and you're in. and we play in a Tarlach server, Tarlach. There's I think 5 different servers. I think my game froze a bit. But yeah, like I said, I encourage any viewers or subscribers I have to come play the game with us. Just there's always a condition in the game is for me is please don't beg. Don't pop in the game begging for gold. You know, there's ways to earn gold. I will show you all that when we start recording the game itself. Anyway, I'm gonna go away from the wolves so I don't get aggro. Oh, there's bears closer to the gate. Great. So this is a flying pet. Now you hold left mouse click when you're flying to make him go, and then you move up with W, down with S, and then A and D to left and right. You fly with V, or you land with V. So this is my crystal deer. Let's see what else we have. I have a thunder dragon. Some pets do an AoE attack when they spawn, or a buff. This one does a thunder attack. I have a giant pink dragon. Pretty. I have a bone dragon. Let's see. I have a scooter named Get Out the Ways. When it spawns, it paralyzes any enemies around. This just reminds me of what is it? FLCL. I have a little fairy. Now this one also is a flyable mount character. You don't hop on its head, but it picks you up like so. If you look at her face, she seems to be struggling to carry your fat ass. She is also one of the fast mounts, and yes, she also flies. And this lag is coming pretty fast, so I'm trying to get as fast as I can through these pets. Sorry if I get a little carried away. This was my first mount, which when I saw it, I was thinking, okay, I can either get a horse or an ostrich. Well, in real life, I've always wanted to ride an ostrich, and I've never have. So the next best thing is to ride an ostrich here. Now, the fun thing about the ostriches in the game is almost like the real life ones. When you run with an ostrich, that head stays perfectly in place as the body waddles around. The ostrich is also one of the pets that have a special emote when you command it to dance. Exclamation mark. It gets into place and starts dancing. Happy feet. Also, if you have an instrument and you play it, it automatically dances by itself. This was my second pet. When I first got this, it was the size of like this potion, and eventually it grew up. Some of the pets do that, they grow. I'll explain more about aging in this game when we start recording the actual game. Like I said, snakes have the ability to poison if it has stamina. Okay, so I mean I would attack this, but there we go. Shift. You hold shift and CTRL and it manually commands the pet. So left click and the snake goes. Now if the fox does not die, it has a chance to get poisoned, and it died. Alright, let's try a bear, just so you see the effect of poisoning. So here we go. So we call them back, and it did not get poisoned. Okay, try that again another time. This is also a flyable mount. It's a big eagle. I have this wolf. I named him Warwolf. It sounds like werewolf because that's what it is. During the day, it's this regular black wolf. But as soon as it hits night, it turns into a humanoid. I'll bring him back out at night. I'm just trying to get to these pets right now. Momo is a mouse. And I'm just doing a quick show off of my games. The next one is Jojo. He's a hamster who has a similarity to the wolf, except he doesn't turn humanoid when it's day or nighttime. In fact, he just has to have, I think, above 80% hunger or satiety, or filled up pretty much, and eventually, like it says right there, it's full, and you give him a couple seconds and he turns into this little humanoid. Now as soon as his hunger goes back down, I think below 80%, he turns back into a little adorable chubby mouse, hamster. This is a mimic. I named it Happy Place for a reason, as you can see. Now it's really hard to do its special ability because it eats something that's lower level than itself, and it spits them back out as a statue. And sometimes whatever it eats has to be damaged enough for it to be weak, but sometimes the skill just seems to cancel itself. Now if I can find another fox, I can maybe get this right. Let me give him a potion just to be sure. Hopefully this works. I'm gonna look like a complete dumbass. So we do the skill. Okay. No. Okay, there we go. And it can't swallow the monster because it has a lot of HP. So we'll try that again another time. The next one is Mini Krabby. I used to be a big fan of Pokemon. I mean, I still am. That's the name come from. He also has an ability. It works against monsters or people. When you do it on a monster, it makes the monster kind of like a stun. But what it does is it does this, and I said this, and I couldn't do nothing. Just give him a little MP. So it would render the whatever it does this to, render him I can't think of the words. Well, when it does to a monster, it puts him in a bubble for about 5 seconds, which lets you either to run away or attack it. Now I can, if I'm in somebody's party, I can actually do this to somebody else. He has a 10-second cooldown, I believe. Mini Valkyrie is a crow. I forgot the command to make it go search for something. You give it a command and it disappears off the map, and after 20-30 seconds it comes back and it gives you a random item like a little jewel or a nail or something crappy like that. I can't remember the command. Let's see if it was I wonder if we can ask somebody for this information. There's just not much people around. There's a book you can buy. It tells you the commands of these pets. I'm not gonna buy it. Was it search? No, that's for an item. Was it fetch. Now, other pets like the phoenix and dogs and stuff like that, when you put fetch, they will pick up an item monster drops. You say fetch and he or it just vanishes, and you wait a couple seconds and it'll eventually bring something back. If I remember correctly, I have a pet that picks up whatever monsters drop. I can't remember which one it was. It could have been maybe, can't think right now, I can't remember which one it is. Is it Yoo-hoo, Yoshis? I'll figure these things out again eventually. There you go, he came back and he brought me a small green gem. They're probably worth about 1 or 2 gold in the little NPC shop. The gems in fact are actually important for the mainstream boss quest, so keep that in mind. Okay, let's cancel this, and this is a wisp. I named it Yellow Thingy. Yellow Thingy. Now you can merge it to your body and it gives you little wings, but you cannot fly. Although my character has a gift from an old event called Doki Doki Island, which in fact lets me fly, which I can't right now. I'll show you that in the end. Ruggy, I couldn't think of a name for this. This magic carpet. And there we go. And this one also indeed flies. This one can mount 2 people, the owner and somebody else, so you can fly together. Or you can carry 2 people to kind of like give them a ride somewhere while walking. Sea log is a seal. The reason I named it sea log is because when it sits, it looks like a piece of wood. You can get a black seal or a white seal. Now these cost actual money you get from Nexon card. I got Oblivion, who's a griffin. He also is a rideable, flyable mount. So there we go. And there he goes. Let's see. I named this one after my nephew because he's really short, but the name has to be at least 3 digits. So I named him JC1. He is an imp. He just follows you around, and if you run too far, he says things like "stay with me" or "my love has gone so far from me, my love has gone so far." There he goes. Imps got short legs. Can you see what he said next? Stay with me. But they're fun. Yoshis was a limited event pet. Now this guy was really hard to get. You had to find a completely brand new fresh character that just joined the game and get them from the Generation 1 mainstream quest all the way to Generation 4 within a month. And the special thing about him is that there's monsters that look like this, like exactly like this, and he's actually really strong. He doesn't love, but his best skill is windmill, which in fact is a breakdance move that does a 360 area of attack to nearby enemies. Now pets like this that walk on 2 legs mimic some of the stuff the character does. Like if I decide to sit down, it will sit down. Other pets mimic a lot more stuff like emoticons and stuff like that. So let me open the skill set and try and windmill this bear. So we're gonna go ahead and hit it. There we go, windmill. There you go, break dance. So now that bear's a little alert. It is in fact nighttime, I believe. Let's see if the wolf will transform. Give it a few seconds. And there it is. Werewolf. Which he also in fact windmill. So you can also give text commands. Now he will not do the windmill unless something gets in its range of the attack. Let's continue then. I left off at Yochi's. Yoo-hoo is an owl. An eagle owl. Now when you press mount, he actually mounts you. He pops on your head. You give him a couple seconds and he begins to get really bored and sleepy. So here we go. Look at that head turn. Look at that, staring right into your soul. Let's see if he does that little sleep. There he goes. There he goes. Oh. Oh, oh, he's awake. No, he's going back to sleep. Squirrel. Anyway, you roam with him and he balances himself on your head. I got these pets because they were fun. I forget what most of them do. Waddle is a penguin. He just is a penguin. I think this is called an emperor penguin. Now, there's a reason I named him Waddle. Let's see if I can again start walking. There he goes. Let's see. Baby trick. It's a pumpkin. Now, when these pets, the pumpkins, I'm not sure if they'll come back out during Halloween or if they're still out right now. And when they get happy, they do this funny thing where they're rolling on the floor. Let's see if I can get it happy. Use status. Stamina's low. Will he do it now? No, he doesn't want to right now. It's actually a really funny thing to see when they roll on the floor. Now, pets get titles depending on what's inside their inventory or something they do. Like this one says attention hog, which means I haven't been on for so long that the pets are lonely. So, Guild Guard is actually, if you play Vindictus, this is the spider you fight in the tutorial. And then let's see, Tissues is an adorable little ghost. His special skill is, say you're in a dungeon and you know you can keep on the outside of the door and you're getting your ass whooped and you need a really fast escape. You can it did not work. He actually teleported to me. But it's supposed to teleport you to its location. And Booty Rage was a tiger. Also a mount. Like, who doesn't want to ride a tiger? And for all you Harold and Kumar fans, yes, there's a cheetah you can ride. And you don't have to get it high first. Here's a white tiger. Those eyes. Now these pets are actually fun because you can fight while being on them, and they do some pretty good damage sometimes if you level your pets up. I'm not sure if I can take on the bear or not. Real counter. Okay, he's doing smash. Let's try and counter again. Okay, now he's doing block. We can break the block with a smash. And I'm level 2. That's how long I haven't been on. I rebirthed my character and I haven't been on. Now, no, it does not mean my character is level 2. It's level 2 because I reset his stats, but you keep your total levels, which mine is 1,406. I'll explain more of that when we play the game, like I mentioned. I'm trying not to get off track here. Beef Bowl, in fact, is a cow. Now, he may not look like a cow, but back in the day, the spider I showed you, the first one, the little pink one, or the white one, no, the one that was the size of an apple when I got it. The only skills it had was block, and that's it. They had a couple magic skills and healing, and I rebirthed the spider into one of these and leveled it until it got this smash skill to max, which I forgot what it was, and then I rebirthed it back into a spider, and my spider was the only one that had smash back then until the devs actually implemented smash into the spider. So the cows also have only defense. Now this might not work this time, but I'm trying it out. I rebirthed the cow into this, and eventually I'll rebirth it back into a cow just to see if the cow will gain an actual offensive skill rather than just defense. Fuji-san is a lazy cat. He doesn't sit like other animals. He rolls on his back. Cute. And he's stretching. I think I got the name from that little anime about the cat. You guys seen Beef Burrito? Now, like I said, if you view the skills, he only has defense as a combat skill. Now, I cannot rebirth this pet because this was a gifted pet from an event, and rebirthing him will lose the bull. I can't just buy another card. There's a Lagodessa. You'll find these in difficult dungeons. Little Impy. Here's another imp. And then you've seen the seals and stuff. So in this game you can, oh, wrong, what did I just do? I activated Demigod. Well, might as well just show you what this does. Speeds up your movement. Spear of Light does this nuke kind of thing, and Fury of Light, you activate that and you walk around wherever there's an enemy, and light rays will shoot out of your body and attack whatever is near you. I'll explain more about these skills in the actual gameplay, like I mentioned. Oh yeah, I was gonna do something. So, because of Doki Doki, I got this thing called Couple Flight. I can get somebody that does not have the skill, and he will, if it's a female, he will hold their hand, and they will hover or fly together. So, I'll become Peter Pan here. And it's a pretty good way to get around in areas where flight is allowed. These are robes. Anyway, We'll probably be playing this game after I get the settings figured out. We need to go back to Tree of Life because I promised everybody I would show you the whole skill section thing, leveling up and gathering materials and all that stuff like that. But I got a cold. If you guys recall in my last couple videos, I was coughing so much that I'm pretty sure it was getting really annoying. And then my cold turned into bronchitis, I'm guessing, because I kept coughing and I wasn't sick. And even now, sometimes I have that little urge to cough. But that seems to be getting better. So apart from that, like I said, the program changed. It was lagging every game I played, so it wasn't allowing me to record. As for streaming, I don't think my computer will be able to stream, so we're gonna work on actually getting better equipment so you don't hear that humming sound in the back, which is the air conditioner. If we turn that AC off within 30 minutes to an hour, this room will get really toasty and it's very uncomfortable. Also, the mic is built into the screen as the webcam is too. I will be using webcam in the future, just not right now. I'm not shy, it's just I don't want to use the webcam just yet until I have a couple more subs, you know. If you guys are curious what I look like, you'll just have to bear with me and trust me. I will put that webcam up and I'll show you what I look like. You know, I have this beard going on. It's not massively long, you know. And in real life, I'm actually a really goofy character, and I'll try and completely act like myself when I'm doing these. And I'm not gonna put up an act. I'm not gonna try and put up an act. I understand that acts brings in people, but I'm just gonna play games that you have or have not heard of. Games that you have or have not heard of. I'm sorry. Spanish is my primary language. I grew up in English though, since I was like 1, I guess. I was born in California. Actually, my parents are from Mexico. I have an accent. My wife says I do not hear it myself, but apparently when I hear myself through recording, I can kind of hear it. So before we log off, I'm actually just gonna transform into my paladin. Now my paladin is rank 3. At rank 1 you get this paladin with wings, but I do not want to get rank 1 because your character gets boobs. You'll see what I mean along the way. Anyways, transformation resets at 6 a.m. So if you transform before 6 a.m, eventually you'll be able to transform again in an emergency time or just to show off. So this is my paladin. Now what this does, it increases your stats by a lot. Your HP, your MP, your stamina, your attacks. You get these activated skills. Natural shield has a chance to deflect completely of a physical attack. Mana shield does the same thing with magic. And I can't remember the other one. Oh, the green one is for range. Now if you notice the fur in the back is glowing, it's because my robe is glowing. If I take off this robe, it just looks gray. One thing I will say about the game though is that every character in the game does not look like they're older than 17 years old, and that plays a huge role in the storyline of the game, which you will see when we start that. The only time your character looks grown up is when you do these what's wrong with my head? These transformations. Now you can you get this transformation after generation 1. I'll explain what generation means also when we start playing the game, but I think it's after generation 2 you get this transformation. And the ranks go by, let's see, paladin. So when you're fresh new paladin or any skill, rank F is going to be your skill. When you get to rank A, the appearance of the paladin changes. Or rank 9, can't remember. At rank 5 you turn into this one, and at rank 1 you turn into a paladin champion. But the breastplate on the champion looked like boobs to me. Now, once I rank up the any skill, you cannot derank it. You can derank some of the other skills with potions and stuff like that. And I'll try and explain again, like in real life, whatever I can about these games. Ninja is a pretty cool skill. Hidden are special skills. Anyway, as soon as I figure out how to fix the settings, my wife and I will be playing this game. And like I said, we encourage whoever subscribes to us or whoever's watching us, feel free to come play with us. So I'll see you guys whenever I pop up another video. Bye.